Today I'm going to do a really short and simple tutorial on how to set yourself up a YouTube channel and perhaps just get it looking nice and ready for viewers. So if we just open up a basic browser session and go straight to YouTube and easily and simply go to the sort of sign in option and create an account. First thing you're going to need to do is to sort of set up some kind of Google persona to sort of link to your account. And again, very simple to do, but if it's going to be your format going forward, put a little bit of thought into this. Make sure that your username is going to be pretty useful, and just all the information is relevant to whatever you might want to do going forward. So just to demo something sort of half realistic, I'm going to use some details for a guy that I'm hoping to set up some information for. So just to give you a full demonstration of what we might want to do, password, I'll obviously not let you guys see all of this so that you can go and edit it afterwards, but you get the idea. I'm going to skip to this bit to a large extent because it's pretty self-explanatory what you need to put in here. And when you're ready, next step. And it's all about then setting up some kind of portfolio sort of profile of what you're going to be online, especially when we start talking about creating a channel later on. For now, we'll just leave this blank. We can come back to that and I can show you how to alter that later on. So on to the next step. Let's see what Google has in mind for us here. And basically that's it, your account set up, and that's the sort of starting point for everything else we're going to do. As you expect from Google, it's all pretty self-explanatory. Back to YouTube, and that's your basic account set up, ready to go, and to start customizing, which we'll talk about next. Now the best way to start actually customizing the channel is going to be to physically upload a video. So work on the assumption that you've already got something that you want to upload, and that's why you're looking at this, and we'll just follow the simple instructions. So okay, we want to be putting those on, and we want to just select the video that we've got. You can sort of customize this to send you an email when you've actually uploaded your videos, but I'm usually watching them as it's uploading, so I get rid of that straight away. Select to upload your file, find your file. I've already got one sort of pre-prepared on my desktop that I want to do for a demo because it's nice and short. Select it and away you go. Now straight away when you sort of upload these things, if you want these to be viewable, you need to put some really useful sort of information on these sort of screens. And you need to spend a little bit of time doing this and thinking about it. Now what I'll do for now is I'll come back to that because that's something we can cover in more detail later on. For now, all I want to do is get a video up online, which you can see that's just loaded and installed, so that then we can start customizing other parts of our channel and the way we use YouTube. Okay, so let's push on a level now. We've uploaded that video, and there's various things to consider here, resolution and things that I'll talk about later on in another video. We'll get rid of that. There's your basic format. At the moment it's set to public. I guess while you're setting these things up, maybe set that to private, and then that way you know it's only you that's going to be viewing these videos. When you're happy with how that's sort of set, we'll go and look at a couple of aspects of YouTube. And the first one we'll look at is the video manager. Very simply, click on the video manager. And YouTube initially when you're setting these things up will take you through various bits and pieces about how to organise yourself and what you need to consider. Before we look at setting up your channel, let's have a quick look at the video we just uploaded. So from our video manager, we go and edit the video and look at the individual video. You've got various bits of information. This here, if you left click on it, it gives you the link, so you can add that to sort of emails or to Facebook so people can link to it. Down here is the fact that you've set it to private so no one can see this yet. So while you're still playing around with the video and getting it just right, it's only you that can see it. Then we start looking at the title and the description, and these are really important if you want people to be able to find your device. Find device. This is a device review. Actually, find what you're trying to sort of show in your video, and you want to get your sort of views up. So it's really meaningful information you want to put in here. Now in this case, it's a review that I did for the Geek and Dummy website for GNS 5870 MFI GPS receiver for Apple devices. Lots of key information. It says what it is. Maybe you could add in there that it's a review. But really that's what it's about. Description, again, a lot of the sort of search engines will find the information here, but it's kind of less relevant. You can put sort of information there if you want to. I always put a bit of a description in. It always helps to sort of put some sort of narrative about your video. Tags is the more important thing. So for instance, this is a review for a GPS receiver which links to Apple devices. So you might want to put things, and Google will suggest these things to you, It's to do with phones, it's to do with an iPhone, it's a review that I'm doing. Apple Inc, you know, all these sort of things, GPS navigation device, all these sort of things that if you actually put them in these tags, that when people are searching and looking for keywords and relevance to this video, they'll all sort of pull up, and you can actually type in your own information if you want to in here. So I don't know, let's put in navigation and a comma after it, and it automatically puts it in as a tag. It's really simple to do, but you know, it's worth putting a lot of time and effort into this, because at the end of the day, this is what people are going to use to search for your videos. Advanced settings you can take a look at as well. Very often I just leave these completely blank, I don't bother with them, and just leave it as simple as that. Now usually you'll get a little tag in between here that says monetization, and that's if you sort of set your channel for monetization, which, you know, I suggest everyone has a go at. It's worth doing, but you need to get a little bit of content on there before Google will let you do it. So I'll probably come back to explain that in a different video, because there's quite a lot around that and it's quite an interesting concept. But for the time being, let's save our changes and then move on to the next session. So I want to finish this first basic tutorial by just showing you how to set up the channel. And the channel really is just the front end to everything you might upload, something nice where people can go to and see your collection of videos. And I spend a lot of time doing this. I quite enjoy doing it. I think it's quite important. So from the options, you go to my channel, and as you would always expect with Google, it's going to lead you through quite a lot of things to set this channel up. And I'm just, to start with, just going to set up the very basic artwork. So add channel artwork. I've already got something stored away on my computer. You can actually pinch things from Google. They'll let you use their various galleries. So let's do that for the time being. And they're limited, but you know, they're okay. And I think this is a nice sort of basic starting one. So you can select that. It gives you an idea how they're going to appear in the various mobile devices. It gives you the opportunity to adjust them to fit where you might want them to be in the screen, you know, depending on what you want to be viewable. But it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, and then straight away your channel comes up with a little bit of artwork that when anyone else ever goes to it, you can view as public to show what your public will see when they go to it. It gives you an idea of that's how your sort of screen's going to start looking. So a little bit of a professional front end, so then people can look at your videos. Now there's a lot more to do with customization, you know, about adding your icons and thinking more about how people will find your channel. But this was just a basic tutorial on how to set up a YouTube account, how to upload your first video, how to set up your very basic YouTube channel. And in my next tutorial, I'll look at going into a lot more detail on how to make this pretty, presentable, and more importantly, searchable, so that people can find your videos and you can start clicking up those accounts.
That was so